Hey, kia ora. Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Surprise in Arizona. Hope you're having a super fantastic sparkling day. Welcome to Before the Dirt Nap podcast number 1668. Yes, we're getting up there in the numbers. Tonight we're talking about out of sorts and how to get back on track. So you ever woken up in the morning and you had a good night's sleep, but you woke up and you're sort of like, something doesn't quite feel right. Something just feels out of balance and you can't put your finger on it. You're just not sure 100%. Okay, now this is going to upset some people, but for me, I didn't feel my 100% bubbly, sparkly self when I woke up this morning. And normally I wake up in the mornings and it being Saturday, I tend to laze in bed a little bit longer, read for a little bit before getting up, and then we go do the regular stuff and we go for our walk. And Sundays I do the same thing as well. So I just have a bit of fluff on my eyes, I think. Today I didn't feel my sparkly self. I was still sparkling. It was just a little on the dull side. It needed a polish. And the whole day has kind of felt like that. And I've tried not to dwell on it. I've tried to do things to lift the vibrations and make me feel better and everything else, and to get back on track. And I haven't got there yet. I'm still working on it. And, we even took a nap this afternoon and thought that would work. It didn't work. So I was kind of like thinking, well, let's talk about some ways that we can get our sparkle back. And I know for some people that first thing in the morning is not going to be their sparkliest time. I totally get that. I know that some people have to have their I haven't had my cup of coffee today. Maybe that could be why. But I usually don't have my cup of coffee until lunchtime, and that helps me over the afternoon. But that'll be why I needed a snooze this afternoon, because I didn't have my coffee today. And I have this really cool I got no idea what the base coffee is, but it's one of those ones that put mushrooms in it. It's a healthy type of coffee. They put mushrooms in there for you. And this one's got mushrooms for brain power, for energy and gut health. So I don't know what it's a medium roast, I think. I think it's a medium roast. It's a medium roast of some sort. So, that could be one of the reasons. I did have my cup of tea this morning with breakfast, though. I have lemon, honey, and ginger, or lemon, ginger, and manuka honey is what it's called. So I had that this morning with breakfast. I made what did I make this morning? I made cassava pancakes, and cassava is a root vegetable that ground up makes a flour, that's a gluten-free flour, and you can basically use it as a substitute for flour and everything. I'm still learning some cassava recipes because there are some things you do have to tweak a little bit in normal recipes to make it. So I just look up for cassava recipes. But this one I did with, and I was out of milk. I was out of eggs. I got to go shopping. I was out of milk and out of eggs. And so I had some condensed milk in the, some sweetened condensed milk in the pantry. So I went and got that, put some into a bowl and put some water in it and just made it so it wasn't concentrated milk anymore. It was sweetened, unconcentrated milk this one, and use that, and that turned out really well to work with that. But other things. What other things? You could have a self-care ritual, where you can, if you are into taking long baths, which I am not, you could do that with all the bubbles and everything. I think I'm going to take a shower after this because I feel it's been a hot day here today. It was up to 78 degrees outside today. And some people go, that's not hot at all. I go, I know. I live in Arizona. I know. So I might go and do that afterwards. Reading a book, definitely did that today. Taking a leisurely walk. Well, we do that twice a day at least for the Zefta. Where is it? Oh, there you are. We go out for a walk. And this morning, this is what threw me off. We go out this morning, and normally when we go into the park, we go in the morning, we go right, and we do this. It's about a mile walk that we do. And in the evenings, we go to the left, which is about half a mile to 3/4 of a mile in length. This one this morning decided we're going right. We're going to do the short route this morning. I'm like, what? That's probably what threw me off because I was out of sync with what I was out of routine. Sometimes you got to do that because I used to call Saturdays shake it up Saturdays, where you try something new, you did something that shook up your day, and Zeffie decided to shake up the day this morning. So I think that kind of helped putting me out of sorts this morning. So that could have helped. My friend Kathy Baxter is on. Yay! Are you still in hospital or are you home, Kathy? I hope you're home and doing well and recovering and resting and recuperating. She sees it sweet. She has it. Oh, do you want to see your boyfriend too? There you go. Kathy, this is Kathy, Casey Kiwi. Kathy has adopted as her boyfriend. So she always tells me to keep my hands off him, but I got to hold him up somehow. Let's see. So yes, so getting out of routine and shaking up the day can help. It can actually help improve the day because it gives you something different to concentrate on. You're not in that rut. You're not just going along and doing the routine things. Now, there's some people in the morning who have to have their cup of coffee. We'll get back to the coffee thing before they can even open their mouth. And some people are sort of like, don't talk to me before 10 a.m. Me, I will bounce out of bed at 5 a.m. in the morning with no problems. And speedy recovery. My friend Kathy had surgery yesterday, and so I'm trying to make sure she gets home in one piece and recovers well. But yeah, she's got another 3 days in hospital. Oh, sorry. Hope you can go home soon. That's okay. I've got her shift covered if she needs to extend her stay. We're workmates that work together. We were friends before we became workmates, and now we're workmates as well as friends. And she's such an amazing, amazing person. I might bring her on one day. I might have you on as a guest one day, Kathy. What will we talk about? I have no clue. We'll figure it out. But yeah, don't worry about your shift. If you need it covered, I got you covered, girl. Let's see. So, what are we talking about? Coffee. That's right. Breakfast, coffee. Okay. So yes, I had my morning cup of tea with my breakfast. So I did that. Some people need coffee, and that's okay. What are some people's favorite type of coffee to drink? What is your favorite coffee that you like to drink? I'm always looking for other suggestions and things. I like the medium to dark roasts when I do drink my coffee. And if they've put the mushrooms in there for all the good stuff, then that's even better. Yes, so taking care of oneself. So if you have a favorite coffee, put it in the comments so we can share it because put it in the comments to share what type of coffee you like. And because I'm always looking for different things to try. So I've got self-care rituals. So it's taking a leisurely walk. It's having a bath. It's reading a book. It's just stepping back and taking time for yourself, a little self-care. Gratitude list. Write down things that you're grateful for. Focus on positive aspects because focusing on the gratitude list can help raise your vibrations and help get the sparkle back. I didn't think of doing that one this morning. And normally I've missed it a couple of mornings. So that's probably why I'm feeling out of sorts because I haven't done it for a couple of days. So I need to get back into that one. Have a creative outlet. Encourage yourself to express yourself with writing, drawing, crafting, any other hobbies that you enjoy, knitting, crocheting, watching movies. Not sure if that should be a hobby, but that is in my book. Let's see. Connect with nature. Tim Hortons coffee with hazelnut sugar-free creamer. Is Tim Hortons a Canada thing? Tim Hortons must be a Canada thing. So I don't think I've heard of Tim Hortons here in the US. Might have to look that one up. But it's Kathy's favorite coffee. It's Tim Hortons coffee with hazelnut sugar-free creamer. Cool. I like hazelnuts. I like those chocolates, those like little nut. They've got hazelnut cream in the middle and they've got hazelnut chops on the outside. It's all coated in chocolate and it's just little balls about this big. They're really good. I like those. Let's see. So having a creative outlet with your hobbies, crafting, drawing, writing. Some way to express yourself. Mostly border states. Got it. Next time I'm up north, I'll have to have a look out for them. Let's see. What else have we got there? Connecting with nature. This is one of my favorite things to do. And I go out walking with Zephy every day and we come home and she wants to go into the backyard, get into the big plant we've got at the backyard and just zoom up and down and backwards and forwards and all of that. She didn't do that today. She went out there and she did zoom a little bit, but then she got out and decided to go and explore the backyard, which she doesn't normally do. And then I called her back and threw the ball for her and she just watched it go into the planter and turned and walked back the patio to the sliding doors to come back inside again. So we didn't get our normal outside time again today. So, we had a shake it up Saturday today. That's probably what the whole problem is. Oh, you can see the line across here from my hat, my sun hat, right across here. If you can go out barefoot in the grass, it's always a great thing to do. Go out there and scrunch your toes in that. And I love doing that. Hug a tree. Hug a tree. I love hugging trees. I've got lots of trees in the park where I go, and I like to hug them every now and again. Another one is move your body, like dancing, physical activity, yoga, a brisk walk, doing some exercises, because what happens when we exercise, it releases endorphins. And of course, then I'll go back to the Legally Blonde reference, because endorphins make you happy, and happy people just don't kill their husbands. So, move. Dancing hasn't been a problem. I was sitting here and watching some video or something, and they were doing some dance. And so I was doing the top half of it with them in the... I don't remember what the dance was. It was fun, though. Meditation and mindfulness, a short meditation. I have... that would have been a bit prickly. Kathy hugged a palm tree on her first time in Los Angeles. Yes, that they can be. They can be. Yes, I get that one. I've done that too. I have 2 apps that I use for meditation. I have Calm. I use that one. In fact, Jay. Oh, he used to be a monk. Can't think of his last name. But he does, you've got this, start the mornings with Jay, and I sometimes put those on in the morning. Then they have a little 5-minute movement one with, I can't remember her name, but she's really good. And then the other app, and then they also have some really good meditations on there as well. And the other app that I have is Empower. And Empower is from Hay House. And they have meditations on there. They have audio books on there. And if you have, I have an annual subscription with I have a lifetime subscription with I have a lifetime subscription. Jay Leno was not a monk. Can't remember Jay's last name, but he does all of this mindfulness and meditation and all of that sort of stuff. And he used to be a monk. Really cool story, really cool guy, and I can't think of his last name. Might have to go look it up, but it's not Jay Leno. And the Empower, and I have a lifetime subscription with Calm, and I have an annual subscription with Hay House. And with Hay House, there's all these different audio books. There's different meditations that you can do. There's what else is on there? There's this just a whole bunch of different stuff that you can do on there with audio books and meditations, and even music is on there as well. And it's just all about the mindfulness and the meditation and the mindfulness of this whole thing. And I started listening to Limitless, and they've got a Course on Miracles there, which I've heard a lot of people refer to, but I've never read it. So I've got that book. That book's part of their thing that I can go and read. But I'm listening to Limitless right now, and the author is reading it. And it's very interesting to hear his voice, knowing the struggles that he'd gone through to learn what he had to learn, and the different injuries that he's recovered from. So yes, mindfulness and meditation is very good. Laugh. Oh my gosh, laugh. Watch a funny movie, listen to a comedy podcast, recall funny times and, funny things that happened to you and that's happened to you in the past. What was I watching the other day? There was something I was watching the other day, and I happened to come across, if you go to YouTube and you type in the Giggle Loop, Giggle space LOOP, Giggle Loop. And it's from a TV series called Coupling, and Jeff is there, and he describes the Giggle Loop, and you get to see the whole clip that they use for the Giggle Loop. And it's actually quite hilarious. It's a really good comedy series too. It's like Friends but raunchier, and it's the British version, a British version of Friends with a little more raunchiness to it. I absolutely love Couplings. What am I doing? Oh yeah, laugh. So laughter is always a good thing to get in there. Music therapy. Listen to your favorite music tunes. I get on Spotify, and I have my driving tunes, which is basically tunes from the 70s and the 80s in there. I think there might be in the 90s in there as well. I've got the 80s rock stuff that I listen to. Songs that I know, that I love, that I grew up with, that I can dance around the house with. And Zeffie, what did I do the other day to you? She was laying like that on the chair. Oh no, it was just before when we were coming in here. And I said, and I suddenly went, imagine if. And if you've ever listened to the book, The Power, they talk about imagine if, and then you go off on what you imagine, all that. And I pointed at Sarah, I went, imagine if, and she goes, She basically just sat up with eyes really, really wide. It just started me laughing. So yeah, music therapy. Zeffie gives me crazy looks when I start dancing. She's just sort of like, yeah. She just turns her head and she looks out the corner and just like keeps turning her head till she can't see me out of her vision. Reach out to a friend or a loved one and just have, just to chat, say, hi, how are you? How things going? And just reach out and say, hi, I love you. I miss you. Things like that. You can do that as well. Small goals, set small goals throughout the day. That, first thing I do when I get up every morning is make the bed. I love those ones. Those posts that come on. It's so funny. Some people put on the question on there. We'll put the question on there of what is the first thing you do? What is the first thing that you do when you get up in the morning? And reading people's replies are really good. I go through all the replies and read them. And most of them are sort of like, have a cup of coffee, go to the bathroom, have a shower. And I'm like reading down the whole list. I'm the only one that puts in there, make my bed. Because the first thing I do when I get up in the morning is I make my bed. It's the first thing I do. Because then it gives me accomplishment for the day. And that book, Make Your Bed, that was written by the Admiral who did that whole speech on Make Your Bed. It's really, really good. It's a good book. If you want a good book to read, go read that one. It's a quick read. Change of scenery. Get out of the house. Go sit in the backyard if you haven't sat in the backyard for a while. Zeph and I will get in the car every now and again and go for our Sunday drives. And and if we're coming up to an intersection, it's only intersections with lights that I do this. She'll be in the back there, and sometimes she'll have her head out the window, and sometimes she won't. And she's buckled in, so she can't jump out. And I'll say to her, I go, are we going to, and depending on the intersection, if it's a 4-way intersection, I'll say we're going left, right, or straight ahead. And whichever way she turns her head, that's the direction we go. We end up at all sorts of different places. And if I end up somewhere where I know that she will enjoy, like one of the DOG parks, then we'll go there and stop there and let her run around for a bit. And the other thing that I've got on my list is random acts of kindness. It's just doing something nice for somebody else just to brighten their day, but it will also brighten your day too. It could be something as simple as sending them a text message. It could be something as simple as seeing a funny video and sending it to them to brighten their day. So it could be something like that. It could be that you come across an article that you know that is in an area that interests somebody, and you just text them that article, or send them a Facebook message of that article, or WhatsApp them that article, or just send a message and just say, wishing you a super fantastic sparkling day. If it's birthdays, I like to do birthday videos, and I like to do the birthday videos. So those ones are always fun. I sing happy birthday to them and send that off. And then if somebody sends me if I go and clear my mailbox, there's a package there. And like if it was a birthday one or Christmas one, or even an unexpected one, I do a video. I read the return label to see who sent it to me. And then I do an unboxing video for them and send them that, so they felt like they were there. And I actually got, I did that for a friend of mine who sent me these Sherlock Holmes books that she had. And so I did an unboxing video because her name was all on it. And so I did an unboxing video for her and sent her that video saying, hey, just received this package. I'm about to open it. I thought you'd like to see it being opened and get initial reactions and all that, because I have no idea what's in here. And so I had the camera set up so that she could see me unboxing everything. And she got all my first reactions and all of that as well. So that was really cool. I had my middle son and his wife sent me and the grandson sent me a birthday Christmas gift, which was all sparkly stuff. So I did an unboxing for them as well and sent that off to them, so they got to see that. And but yeah, I love sending unexpected gifts just because. In fact, I did this to a cousin, first cousin once removed back in New Zealand, and I did this for him and his wife, and sent them a card that said I sent them something that said just because I can. And it was a card I made that had just because on it. And I can't remember what the gift was that I sent them. I got this parcel back from them. And inside was, oh my gosh, I was absolutely, and this was Brad still alive at that point? I think Brad was still alive at that point. Yeah, it was before Brad passed. It was either before Brad passed or just after Brady passed. And inside was a little mini fruitcake. Now, fruitcakes in New Zealand are awesome. I love fruitcake. And it had the marzipan icing on it, and it had the almond icing on there as well. And the writing on it had kind of smushed up a little bit. So I sent them a picture of it, thanking them for the cake and all that. But what they had actually written on the cake, and in the process of it being shipped and stuff, somehow the writing had been rubbed off, but it had "just because" written across the top of the cake. That's what they told me when I sent them the photo of it. They go, "Oh, the wording's rubbed off. It actually said "just because." I said, "That's so sweet." And Linda used to make these beautiful. Fortunately, she passed a couple of years ago now, and but she made the most delicious fruitcake. I loved that fruitcake. Oh, it was just after Brad passed, because my parents were over from New Zealand, and Mum and Dad were with me when I opened it. Yeah, they were with me when I opened it. And there were some other things in the box as well, and that they had sent over. So this was, that was the month after Brad had passed. I got it that month. So it was October of 2017. They sent me that. But, just to send small gifts, just a card that says "just thinking of you." The number of times when I just send "just because" cards, or "have you laughed today" cards, or just crazy. I did a whole automation. I did a whole campaign one time where I had a group of friends, and I was sending them "have you laughed today" cards for 12 months. They got a card a month. And the number of people that commented on that and said that was really cool. It arrived in time. They were, they've been feeling down that day. It cheered them up. So, just things like, just doing unexpected things like that can make somebody's day. And you feel good because you did it. And if you can do it without them knowing who it's from, that's even better. But, just think of things. I might actually start that "have you laughed?" And the "have you laughed today" cards had these crazy pictures on the inside. Like outside, it just had "have you laughed today," and it was different colored letters, different style of writing. Every card was different, had a different color theme. And then it wasn't until you opened the card, that's where the picture was in there, that you got the chuckle. So it wasn't until you opened the card and saw and on the outside it said "have you laughed today?" And you opened the card and there was some crazy whacked out picture on the inside that got them laughing. So that was just, I might actually start that up again. I might do that. I think I will. But anyway, that's it from me for tonight. So those are the things. If you're feeling out of sorts, self-care, gratitude list, have a creative outlet, connect with nature, move your body, meditation and mindfulness, laugh. That's always a good one. Music therapy, always another good one. reach out and touch someone. What's that song? Reach out and touch somebody's hand. So Dionne Warwick used to sing that one. I have small goals to accomplish each day. Could even be something as like doing the laundry. I saw something. So I saw this picture tonight. It was of a dryer open, and inside the dryer was sitting neatly stacked and folded clothes. I'm like in this picture going, what? And the caption above it, the woman had said, "I told my teenager to go and fold the clothes in the dryer." I liked that. It was really cute. So anyway, so small goals. It could be even something just as simple as doing the laundry or emptying the dishwasher. Just little goals. It doesn't need to be anything big or major. Change of scenery, get out of the house, or go have a picnic in the backyard if you can. Or I'm going to go mow my lawns tomorrow before it gets too hot. Still got some weeds I need to spray as well. But all the weeds I sprayed on Wednesday. It was either Tuesday or Wednesday I sprayed the weeds, and it was Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday morning. Got the weeds sprayed, and they're already dead. Some of them are still green, and I think I may have missed them because there was a lot of little weeds out there. So got to get that done. And then do a random act of kindness for someone. So that's it from me for today. That's my list of how, if you're feeling out of sorts, how to get that sparkle back. And just being on with you guys has helped a lot as well, because I enjoy doing these lives every day. So and it helps. It just helps me. It's my service to people to help them have a better day. If I'm having a crappy day and tell you guys about my crappy day, then guess what? Somebody's going to feel better because their day wasn't as crappy. No, I don't want to dwell on the negative stuff. I'm listening to The Power right now by Rhonda Byrne. I'm on my third time through this book in a row. I listened to the book probably over a year ago. And so I on my third listen through in a row, back to back listenings of it. And she always says, never dwell on the negative stuff, always dwell on the positive. Look for the positive stuff, look for the love, feel the gratitude, because the highest power that we have is love, and then it's gratitude, and then I don't remember the rest of the list, but she goes down with love at the top, then gratitude, and then she goes down all those other ones. So these are all the good feelings, and then she starts at the bad feelings, like the least worst one down to the worst one. But not the worst. The one right at the bottom of the list is fear, and I'm like, wow, isn't that interesting? Yeah. Although fear could be face everything and rise. And with that thought, I'm out of here. Have a super fantastic sparkling evening. Catch you guys back here tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Pacific. He konara.